Hello everyone, it's Scottish Lad here, and today we're going to be reviewing all the different integrated systems like Robson, the Windmill style. You get the picture. So we'll just crack on. We'll start off with Cosmo because that's at the top of my list for prices and stuff. I'll put you down to where the flights are. Maybe you can get a better look at the flights. It's only camera angle to do, unfortunately. So I'll move these out the way, minus these just now. Right, so that's your standard Cosmo stem. It's a locked one, it's not the spinning one, you can get a spinning variation. And this is one of the new Cosmo flights, the Cosmo 2s, Pro 2s perhaps. Something along those lines. I'll just show you how you put Cosmo stuff together. Just your stem, your flight, turn this way. And there's a wee hole at the bottom of the flight there. That's it. It's simple. Now these, that's the stem, that's the Cosmo. The flights themselves are really nice. You may not be able to see in the camera, but it's got a crisscross design. And round the edges, a bit thicker than the previous style. Obviously I'm not going to throw them today, I'm just going to do quite a few minutes on them. But the price of these ones for the stems and flights altogether is $10.95. That comes from Darts Corner. It's a really nice setup actually. I've threw a couple of legs with these flights. They're not bad. I'll need to do an extensive one to do an update on this in a couple of months' time. But that's the Cosmo. Switch them up there so I don't get myself mixed up. And then of course we have the L style. It's just your standard L style stem. These are great because it prevents Robin Hoods, like the little notches on the stem. And obviously flight, and that's just an L style cap in the middle there. It holds it onto the stem nice and securely. Let's put it on. Just as you would a standard stem and flight. The only good thing about L style, of course, is it can be used with any stem that's just an L style stem. This is just a standard designer stem. I'll put it back on the L style. Really nice. But I've used these obviously in previous reviews. They're very durable. I've had these for about 3-4 months now, and I don't even think they're chipped yet. But yeah, they're slightly chipped on this edge here. And this is just the Darts Corner Scotland ones, just to go in theme with the channel. But that's the L style. The price of these for the L style stems and the flights will cost you $10.50. Obviously that doesn't include your postage, but it's a decent enough setup. Moving on to one of the better ones in my opinion, the Condor Zero Stress. What I like about these is you can bend them all over the shop and they still regain that 90-degree angle. Really nice, and obviously this is a glittery effect one. You can get it on Darts Corner for $5.95, £6, just call it. But really good. The only thing is with the bending, I would say is you're maybe going to get a lot of deflections. But it also has, I've got a dart here, these little grooves in here. So it actually allows the dart just to, can't really show you, switch hands. Actually allows the dart to slide down. It's meant to stop obviously getting bounce outs and stuff, but if you don't want Robin Hoods, these are really good. Onto these, the Condor Axe flights. stem system. Obviously, they're just new. They're not even released in the UK yet. I'm told they're going to be just over a tenner, and unlike the Zero Stress, these are really rigid. You can't really move them. It's just a strong plastic. Maintain that 90-degree angle. I had a throw of these last night and had a quick half an hour this morning. They're really good. I've not chipped them or anything like that, and I've used several different sets with all different grip styles, so these will hold up really well. Really good darts, plights and stems integrated system. The only thing that will put a lot of people off is they're over a tenner, to be fair, but really good. They're recommended. Now, the Target 8, the one I wasn't too sure about, but that's the stem. You can see the screw on thread there. The flight simply goes on and you screw it on. Now that is really tight, that's not going anywhere. I had to get the teardrop shape in blue just for something different, and the short stem. Altogether this will set you back £10.64 from the Bully Up Darts website. The only thing is they don't do the teardrop shape that I've seen on their website. It could be something if you contact Russell Starts directly, he may be able to sort it for you. But these are really good. I threw them for a couple of days last week when I got them. Really nice. They seem to hold up well. They seem to hold up that 90-degree angle. But obviously I'll do a more extensive. I'll throw them all for the next couple of months. Not on the reviews, like out in practice sessions with them, and then we'll come back to this and we'll have an update. Right, cuesoul. This is probably one of the more popular ones these days because their durability, and obviously the stem system is one of the best stem systems out there. That's your stem, it's got a spring on it. Might be gimmicky for some people, but for me, if I can get this on, really good. They do that. A lot of people may like that. For me, I personally think it's a gimmick. If I had spring loaded points like with the darts with the points, I'd put them on that just as a gimmick video, to be honest. But they seem really good. Durability, you can't even bend them. They're really kind of hard plastic. But hey ho, they're really good. The only thing that would put a lot of people off is a price for the stems. It is $9.99 for a set from bullyupdarts.com. I'm not obviously hanged in Bully Up Darts, it's just a tenner for a set of stems. And the flights are $7.49, not the slim ones. This is just slim ones I got from another fellow reviewer, Atomic Darts, to do this. But $7.49 for the stems, so altogether you'd be talking £17.48, and that's not including postage. It seems a bit expensive for me, but we'll have an update obviously the next couple of months down the line. We'll get a few throws in with them. The Harrows click, personally, really good. Just stem. Notice it's just the same as the rest of them, it just pops on. The only thing about the Harrows ones though, unless you've got the rubber O-rings, they spin really. But I've had these since Christmas 2019. Still maintain that 90-degree shape. To be fair, I've not used them very much. But I've got orange ones as well. The orange ones are ruined, to be fair. These are just my black ones I use on my Adrian Lewis darts. Really nice. And probably one of the cheaper ends of the spectrum. The stems from Darts Corner are £2.70. And the flights are also £2.70. And you can mix and match. You can get red, blue, white, all sorts of colours. And in the future, Helios Dart Supply are going to be able to personalise them. So I've heard anyway, I'm not entirely sure. It's the same with L Style. I found out just last night that you can now get custom made L Style flights. Contact Johnny2T on Twitter, he'll be able to sort out for you. But the Harrow's Click are probably my favourite. It's probably because they're the cheapest. In my opinion, I'm a bit of a tight ass when it comes to money. But the Harrow's really good quality. Right, the Robson. Here we go. What did I do on my standard? There we go. The Robsons come as just the flights, but they go on pretty much any set of stem, as you can see in there. You can get it on any set of stems. I'll just use this Signer one. And it's a really snug fit, really tight, won't come off. I've used Robson before. The only issue I had with Robson is the prongs snapped in here. But inside the Robson sink there, I couldn't quite get them out, they were actually jammed in there. But other than that, durability wise, I'd say these are really good. I had standard ones before, these are kite ones I got from Anthony Williams, who runs Darts Tips, Tricks and Advice over on Facebook. They're a really quality group, get yourselves over there if you haven't already. But that's the Robsons. You can get the Robsons for £5.49 over on Darts Corner. But they're really good. They seem to maintain the shape really well, and they've got this little part at the top. There's like a kind of point protector to stop you putting your darts through the top of it, which is quite a nice feature, I'd have to say. Right, the Windmouse Stealth. Windmouse take on Cosmo, I'd say, because it's a very similar system. That's the flight. It's got a hole at the top or the bottom. But I don't see many people doing. Can't even get it in the top way. Yes, you can actually. Don't put it in that way. I know people that have made that mistake. It just slides on till it pops. Now these are meant to spin, but they are really tight. But I reckon with a few throws, they'll loosen up. But these probably seem like the most durable. They're really, really thick. When I used them last week for a couple of throws, I noticed that my darts were lying flat in the board. Obviously I like my darts lying flat, but if they were landing like, say, a dodgy angle, something like this, I wouldn't want to throw at it again. That's just my opinion. It may, obviously, some people may like that. But these are £3.95 for the flights and £2.95 for the stems. So you'd be talking a total of £6.90 for this system. That's not including, obviously, your postage. But obviously I'm not through all of these for probably a few minutes more or less. Obviously not enough to choose a favourite, but obviously I've had the Harrow's Click, hence why I'm saying they're my favourite just now. The cuesoul AK5. The cuesoul AK5 is these ones where the stem and the flight are integrated. Nice sugar skull design on these ones. These ones will set you back on Amazon, because it's the only place I could seem to find these, £6.41, but you're talking £4.10 for delivery. And the only ones I could find with this same design, the pear and the skull on it, were yellow instead of black. But these are really nice. I've used these a few times. Really, really good. Still maintain that shape. They've not chipped in any way. And for you rear grippers, it's got a tiny little bit of grip there at the bottom, mate. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but there's 3 little rings cut into it, which is great. I wonder if they took that from Target for, from their tailor designs, like the tailor stems. A lot of people seem to be doing it. Windmill do it with the prism stems as well. But they're really nice. I like these ones personally. Now, a company that I didn't even know had anything like this happens to be Unicorn. with the Unicorn X system. It's like two flat ends, there's lights in black and white. That's what I've got. You can also get them in red and blue, I'm pretty sure. And then it's quite fiddly to do this, to be honest. Slide it down, all the way down, and it clicks into place. There we go. And that is what you insert into the stem, which obviously just the same as the rest, has a wee hole on top. Slide that in there, click that in, and that's the Unicorn X system. The flights will set you back for both parts because they don't come together, you need to buy them separately. So the flights altogether will cost you £7.20. And the stems will cost you £4.20, so altogether £11.40, and that's not including your postage again. Courtesy of Darts Corner. You may be able to get them a bit cheaper if you like on eBay or Amazon or something like that. But I used these and they feel a bit. I threw a board that they rattled off it, and it actually looks as if it's just snapping already. So I don't know whether that's just these ones I've bought have been faulty or these ones just aren't very good. But I'll obviously do a few more throws with them over the next few months, more extensive, and we just come to good old classic standard flight, standard stem, cheap and easy to replace. These just happen to be my new custom made flights, courtesy of Johnny Cree at custommadedarts.com. Custommadeflights.com. 10 sets for £30. It is a bit expensive, but the quality is fantastic. There's going to be a review of these flights coming up really soon. Obviously, they all, in a sense, are quite pricey. From what I've used, my top three would have to be Harrow's Click at number one. Harrow's Click number one. Style coming in at number two. Closely followed by these Cosmo. Not these specific flights, obviously they're just the newest ones I use for the review. I've got black kite flights in my little cupboard over there that I use for my Cosmo stuff, but really quality stuff is Cosmo. But obviously this is just to give you insight into prices and what they're like feeling wise. Like, they're all really good when it comes to the flight quality. I don't see any ripping on here or anything like that. The my ones are supposed to spin, it's kind of bugging me why they're not. But these ones are probably the thickest. These are the ones that Simon Whitlock uses. So he obviously enjoys using them. Myself, I'm not too sure. They make my darts land flat in the board. It could be just because the length, obviously these ones are medium. If I had maybe short, I'm actually struggling to get this in here. There we go. Maybe if I had them in a short size rather than that I think it looks far too big for me, is it that? Oops. And also these cuesoul ones are really, they just seem quite gimmicky to me when it comes to it, because these are bouncy. But I have through them, they are really good. What we'll do then, guys, is I'll leave it there and we'll pick this up in a couple of months' time once I've had a proper chance to throw them all properly. But just now, obviously I can't really determine which is the best until I've used them. But in terms of value for money, The best ones are probably either the Harrow's Click, the Robson, or the Windmill Stealth. Also, I would recommend Cosmo. I have used Cosmo before. They're really good. And L-Style are probably the best system out there, because the flights can be used with any stem, and obviously you can use any flight with L-Style stems as well, as long as you've got the L-Style hole punch, which I do not have yet. I'm looking to get one. But we'll leave it there, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. 251 subs now, and there's only 40% of you who watch these videos that are subscribed, so that means 60% aren't. If you're new around here and you like my videos, please consider leaving a like, subscribing. You know the drill, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.